Okay, play number 2 here of series number 7. As you can see, it was actually no huddle, so I stayed with the same play, or at least I initially had stayed with it. That's where I was going to go, but you can see he shifted his defense over now. So now he has a strength to the right side. I didn't want to flip it this time. I figured he would have to obviously see it. That's just my, my thought process is he's going to see it. If I flip it, he's just going to adjust his guys over. So in this case, I go ahead and audible into a power to the left. So essentially what we get here, or we should get, all right, is combo block up, kick out. He should find first different color jersey, whether it's a safety or this linebacker. So he should pick up leakage of some sort. And then we get the base here. I honestly don't remember what he does if he comes out or if he just steps up in the hole and replaces the guard. And then we get the jab step and the power. So as you can see again, numbers wise, safety is up a little further back though this time. As you can see here, I've got the ball here, so that he's about 10 yards back. He's not in the box like he was before, where he was only about 6 yards off. So we basically have a stack look here. So when they're stacked like this, he becomes 1, he becomes 2, he's 3. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'll also tell you another reason I decide to go this way with it, with the power, is running the option. At least for me, I have a harder time making this read right here when we have a stack look or a head up look on that tackle, which is 5 technique. Okay, actually no, I'm sorry, that is a 4 technique, as I mentioned before. So we have here, if you're inside shade of the guard, that's a 2 tech or 2I. Head up is 2, outside is 3. So here we have a 4I, 4, and then 5. So he's actually head up in a 4 technique. All right. Now, for me personally, that's a hard read. I have a hard time seeing that, so I decided to go away from it, just to make it easier on myself in this case. So now we'll go ahead and run through the play and see what happens. But like I said, I have numbers to decide. Running the power, so there's 3 guys here, and even if you want to call him 4, that means I have 1, 2, 3 to cover these guys, pulling guard number 4. So we'll run through the play, see what happens, and discuss. So you see he's even widening out even more, trying to do something for that option. And there's another thing. I made the audible the option. You guys might be able to pick up on that when that back goes from being directly to behind, or not directly behind, but 1 yard off, to being another yard outside and another yard up. That tells you the options off the table. I've made some sort of audible. I'll go ahead and run now. We'll go through it. Boom. So my tight end gets blown up, but he does his job. It's enough. He gets enough of them for me to be able to make a play. Now blocking up front, we get a great block, combo block here. Neither one of them is in position to make this play, so the guard hopefully turns up, makes a block there. Now with them doing that, hopefully one of these guys peels off to the backside backer. And that's exactly what they do. So now I have a one-on-one here with that safety. I have to try to beat him somehow. Right now, I'm looking, as you can see, I'm turning straight up here, and hopefully I can get him to get cut off by this block right here. And he doesn't, but the defender overruns it, as you can see right there. I'm able to slip just inside. If you can see right there where I make that little in cut. Let's see if we can't get it right there. You see how I cut just inside there, or just outside actually, excuse me, not inside. And that's just enough to get him to go and overrun the play. And then I'll make a little juke there. I think I was actually going for the truck stick. That was my old controller that sometimes if I hit truck, it would do spin. Sometimes if I tried to juke one way or to the, what was it? Yeah, it would just basically do the spin or do a juke move whenever I tried to truck. And sometimes I would get one where I'm not even hitting the stick and it would still do it. Oh yeah, if I try to turn to the left with my directional stick, it would actually, for somehow, some way, cause me to juke. In this case, I was trying to truck just to get as many more yards as I could. It does that, so I get hit, but it's a 6-yard gain. So, decision making, I'm going to give this a 1, of course. You know, made the right decisions in this case with my players. I made a good audible, good read on that. 2, success, that's another point. And no bonuses, obviously this is not over 10 yards, and nothing negative happened. So I get 2 points, so it's basically a passing grade of 100% for this one play.